Floyd don't never. He feel as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
It's exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Don't cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come up.
Gervonta Davis has started talking harshly about Floyd Mayweather at a recent event. At the same time, it seems Davis may be overlooking Frank Martin as a real threat. He does not know that Martin has been getting advice from none other than Floyd Mayweather before their fight. Tensions are high, with a lot of trash talk going back and forth between the two boxers. Even with all this build-up, Davis is still the heavy favorite. In a recent episode of the Pivot podcast posted on YouTube, the undefeated underdog shared some tips that Floyd Mayweather gave to Frank Martin. Those tips reminded people of Mike Tyson's old fighting style. The goal is to give Martin an advantage in his upcoming fight against Gervonta Davis. Mayweather has always backed Davis in the past, even when they did not agree on things, and Davis has usually respected the former champion. But the situation seems to have changed with the Davis versus Martin fight, especially after their big online argument last month. When asked about what Martin learned from Floyd Mayweather ahead of the fight, Martin answered with some interesting points. Martin said Floyd might tell him to go for a run at 2 in the morning because in most cases they knew their opponent would be asleep at that time.
Floyd taught you about fighting, and has it made you a better fighter? Because he could tell me all day to do that shit he does. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what does being around a guy like Floyd do for you?
He could tell you, man, go run at 2 in the morning. You know, go do it cause 9 times out of 10 we know your opponent sleep at that time. So go run at 2 in the morning and go give yourself a mental edge. You know, like, cause you know you out there working every night at 2 in the morning running. That's a lot of the times your opponent sleep. You know, it could be little things that'll take you to the next level. You know, a person like Floyd, like.
Martin did not have to train at those odd hours, but he saw it as a way to gain a mental edge over his opponent. These small details often make a big difference in the long run. As Martin pointed out, he admitted that the idea was not completely new or life-changing. But hearing it from Floyd, who reached the very top of boxing, gave it more weight. Martin said that following this advice would provide a different kind of motivation once he put it into action. He said you are going to take a lot of weight from it, and it is going to give you a different feeling.
You're going to take a lot of heave to it, and it's going to give you a different type of motivation when you're doing it. He could show you something. You know, and it could be the same thing. You know, you might not be able to do it like him, but just it coming from him, it'll give you like a different type of like feel about yourself.
With Tank's recent comment.
Gervonta Davis recently fired verbal shots at Floyd Mayweather during an event. At the same time, Davis may be underestimating Frank Martin. He does not know that Martin has been getting advice from Mayweather ahead of their fight. Tensions are high, with lots of trash talk between the two. Even so, Davis is still the clear favorite. On a recent episode of the Pivot podcast, the undefeated underdog shared that Mayweather gave Frank Martin tips similar to Mike Tyson's old style. This advice is meant to give Martin an edge against Davis. Mayweather has always supported Davis even when they disagreed, and Davis has usually respected the former champion. But things have changed with the Davis versus Martin fight, especially after their public online clash last month. When asked what he learned from Mayweather, Martin said Floyd might tell him to go for a run at 2 in the morning because most opponents are asleep at that time. Martin did not have to train at those hours, but he saw it as a mental advantage. He admitted the idea was not completely new, but hearing it from Floyd, who reached the top of boxing, gave it more weight. Martin said following this advice would provide a different kind of motivation. Mike Tyson also used unique pre-fight routines to gain a psychological edge. That dedication helped him become the youngest heavyweight champion and later undisputed champion. His regimen included early morning runs and chopping wood. Despite these insights, Davis remains confident in his fight plans. After a year-long break due to a hit-and-run incident in 2022 that led to 90 days in jail, Davis returns to the ring. His win over Ryan Garcia last April showed his skill, and he expects the same against Martin. At a face-off, Davis said Frank Martin is tough, fast, strong, in his prime, hungry, and coming to win. He is a great opponent and will be champion one day, just not on June 15. It remains to be seen if Davis has been affected by his time away. The truth will only come out once they step into the ring. Davis and Martin know each other well from training together under Mayweather. Their memories of that time are different. Davis recalled that at Floyd's gym they trained with everyone. He said he squeezed Martin during sparring because he knew Martin was scared and did not want to get caught by his left hand. When Martin caught him with that punch, Davis got mad. He said he caught Martin, who then started grabbing him, so Davis jumped on him and it turned into a wrestling match. Davis said it is good they are fighting now so they can settle things. Martin has his own version. He said Davis is a pay-per-view star and one of the best, but some of what Davis said was lies. Martin said he hit Davis with his brick hand and Davis felt it. People came in to break it up, but Davis kept trying to put him in a headlock. They were both trying to hurt each other. Martin added that talking trash does not win fights, but fighting does. Leonard Ellerbe plans to watch closely as Davis faces Martin with the lightweight championship at stake. A win would let Davis move on to bigger fights. Ellerbe has also talked about a possible matchup with Shakur Stevenson, saying, "Trust me, Shakur is going to get that work." Davis and Errol Spence also had a heated exchange. Spence tried to share his thoughts on the fight, but Davis interrupted. Spence told Davis to shut up and said he talks too much. Spence insisted Martin would win. Davis asked how he knew that. There were other heated moments at the press conference. During the face-off, Davis gave Martin a hard look that almost caused a riot. Davis is in excellent shape under Mayweather's supervision. Davis thinks Martin will be scared of his power again. Davis said, "I am going to break you up." He said Frank is shaking up there and is just worried about not getting knocked out, not about winning. Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather posted a UFC Fight Night poster on Instagram for June 15th, the same date as the Davis vs. Martin fight at MGM Grand. Fans think Mayweather is trying to pull attention away from the PBC Amazon Prime event. Some fans called Mayweather insecure and petty. One said this is why everyone is getting away from Floyd. Mayweather also posted on his Instagram story that the Davis vs. Martin fight was canceled. This is his second time saying that. Davis responded by saying Mayweather is scamming people again and warned him to keep talking and he would show up at his house. Davis has said, "I love Leonard Ellerbe, but I do not like Floyd Mayweather." Their relationship fell apart after Davis left Mayweather Promotions. Davis feels Mayweather tried to ruin his career by tampering with fights and spreading bad rumors. On Thursday, Ellerbe was listed in PBC promotional material on his own with no link to Mayweather. Then Mayweather announced that Ellerbe was stepping down as CEO of Mayweather Promotions to spend more time with family. Mayweather said Richard Schaefer would take over and help expand the business to Los Angeles. Ellerbe appeared simply as a promoter at the Davis vs. Martin event. He said Saturday night cannot come fast enough. He said in 2017 Davis was a world champion and Martin was not even a pro yet. He added that Frank is a good fighter, but there is a difference between good and special, and Davis is special. Everything Frank does well, Davis does better. He warned not to blink because the fight could end early. Tom Brown, the lead promoter, said when Davis fights, it feels like the old days at MGM with a Mike Tyson event. He said Davis will defend his WBA title against another undefeated challenger. Ellerbe had stayed loyal to Mayweather for over 25 years. He helped turn Mayweather from a corner man in track suits into a businessman in suits. Now at age 59, Ellerbe has stepped down as CEO. Davis left Mayweather Promotions after beating Rolando Romero in May 2022 to pursue his own career. Their split started amicably, but tensions grew when Davis was scheduled to fight Ryan Garcia in April.
Set you off because he was like, "I gotta do that."
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him.
Make sure to check out some of our other videos on the screen if you enjoyed this one.
All right, everyone. Stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.